Welcome to another episode. In today's episode, we will see the question: what is the most powerful word and why? What is the most powerful word and why it is so powerful? It is not the words which are powerful. Words have limited power. It's the way of communication, so it is used to execute certain ideas or to convey something. So it has that much limited power. But what is more powerful? What is the most powerful? It is silence. Silence conveys truth. Because words are born out of thought. Thought itself has limited power and value. Thought is an approximation to communicate. Silence is truth in pure form. Silence is not a forced silence, but a silence which comes when there are no conflicts. Silence which comes when there is harmony. So let us see an explanation of this from On Education by J.Krishnamurti. If you feel strongly, if you feel vitally, vigorously, you will live in a state of deep silence. Your mind will be very clear, simple, strong. As men grow older, they lose this quality of feeling, this sympathy, this tenderness for others. Having lost it, they begin to invent religions. It is fear that drives away the feeling of beauty, of the quality of great silence. Learning is when you have silence and give complete attention. In that state, you begin to learn. Now, sit very quietly, not because I am asking you to sit quietly, but because that is the way to learn. If you have a feeling for the silence between the sounds, you have the delight of the movement of a song. Song is not just a word, just a sound. It is a peculiar combination of the sound, the silence and the communication of the sound. So between the words it is silence. Words are made because there is silence in between. So next we will see Silence, Inner Learning Through Power of Silence by Jean Gersten, SRC. How correct was Kierkegaard, the great Scandinavian thinker, when he wrote, the world in its present state is sick. If I were a doctor and was asked for advice, I will answer, be silent. Next we will see from The Healing Power of Silence by Simon Heather. All sounds arise from silence. The silence at the end of sounding Om is called amatra or matra, which is pure consciousness or Atman. It is the point where we merge the infinite essence of God. When the chant stops, there is absolute silence. At this point, the sound of Om continues even though the chanting has stopped. That night in Tokyo, I experienced the eloquence of silence after music and understood even more clearly that the silence is not devoid of sound at all. Rather, silence is full of music. This is a quote from Maman, 1997. Silence is an essential part of any sound healing session. The sound created by the sound healer guides the person into silence, where healing takes place. When the person goes into silence, their mind becomes quiet and the body's natural healing mechanism is activated. Silence helps the person to go within and hear their inner voice. Most of the time, our inner wisdom is drowned by the chattering of the mind. Next is The Awakening in Silence by David Simon, MD. The Sufis And the Taoists say that those who say don't know, and those who don't know don't say. Those who say they don't know, and those who know they don't say. When we have not embraced silence, we seek fulfillment and gratification through achievement, material possessions, sensory experiences, and status. But no matter how much we acquire, the pleasure we glean is transitory and only partially satisfying. So, how much we acquire, in that the pleasure we get is merely transitory and only partially satisfying. Acquisition gives only that partial satisfaction. Who am I? The teachings of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi. The self is that where there is absolutely no I, thought. That is called silence. The self itself is the world. The self itself is I. The self itself is God. All is Shiva, the self. Truth is hidden in silence. This is by Sri Ulpiano Molanjit. Truth is hidden in silence, and truth is the only reality. Silence is a quality of life. It is the result of harmony on three planes, the physical, astral, and mental. In order to be inwardly silent, we must try to create harmony in our physical body, our thoughts and feelings. Harmony is the key that opens the door to the realm of inner silence. Harmony in the physical plane, harmony in your feelings, and harmony on your thoughts are the essential requirement of achieving true silence. Harmony is very much important. Harmony is everything for achieving true silence, and that is achieving the truth. Even here the achieving is the wrong word, but we will use it. Then we will see from Aproksha Anubhuti, self-realization by Adi Sankaracharya. The voice should always be one with that silence, where from words together with the mind, turned back without reaching it, but which is attainable by yogins. So silence is but the hallmark of the wise who know everything, and such wise and great people ordain it to those novices who try to learn about Brahman. So I will repeat that. The wise should always be one with that silence, where from words together with the mind, turn back without reaching it, but which is attainable by yogis. So silence is but the hallmark of the wise who know everything, and such wise and great people ordain it to those novices who try to learn about Brahman. So silence is the most powerful thing in this world. Silence is truth. Silence is harmony. So words are not that much powerful. So with this we will end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.